So Ashley has some people have been sending letters to Imus at WFAN.com. Is that the deal?
imusmail@WFAN.com, yes.
Okay, and then you go through them and stuff?
Yes.
What are most of them about?
You.
Okay. Any of them troubling?
Some.
Okay. Like?
Well, some are just, they go on and on. But we just weed through them and delete the ones that aren't appropriate.
Do we read all of them?
No.
Well, we don't?
No.
Well, how do you decide which ones to read?
I just look through and try to find short, concise emails.
Okay, so we're not going to read any long dissertations about nonsense.
No.
Okay. Well, are these positive ones you have, or?
I wouldn't say positive.
Well, what would you say? Negative, then?
They have interesting views on you.
Okay, well, we'll have those next. 14, if they are. I discovered here some time ago that at Imus Mail, no, it's what is it?
imusmail@WFAN.com.
That there were letters there.
Yeah.
That people had written that I didn't even know about it.
Who knew? You're right.
And I have a policy. The only mail we read are the threatening letters that we give to either Bo or the police department.
That should keep them quite busy, I would think.
Yeah, well, but there are other letters that fall somewhere in between, right, Ashley?
Correct.
Okay. So Ashley's job now, one of them, is to go through the letters, find some that
Representative of the
right
influx of mail generally, I suppose.
So the letters you have this morning now, are these generally the ones, these reflect the overall tone of most of the letters we get?
Yes, I would say so.
Let me hear. Okay. Well, let me hear one.
Okay. The first letter comes to us from Joe. He's in Yonkers. And he writes, "Dear Mr. Imus, I find it very distasteful, disrespectful, and disturbing when your various staff members express that they wish you were dead. I don't wish you were dead. However, sometimes as I am watching you on your program, I do wish that I was dead. Just so I wouldn't have to listen to you drone on and on and on and on about nothing. In fact, there were a few mornings during your thimerosal period when I actually considered killing myself."
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Well, that's an ugly sentiment expressed, isn't it?
Well, he doesn't want you dead.
Somebody said, I don't know, Deirdre has this magazine that she'll be in later in the week, maybe Thursday or something, in which somebody from one of these organizations, Autism Speech, one of them, said that the reason they thought I was going on about autism was because I needed some controversial topic to talk about.
That's right. That's it. It's all a calculation. Sure.
Yeah. That's not a good letter. Do you have any others? You must have.
I do.
Okay, let me have one.
The next one comes from John.
Do you have any positive letters in these at all?
I thought the last one was her positive one.
They didn't want you
He
dead.
didn't want you dead.
He just wanted to kill
And
himself.
I don't, as a man of the cloth, I cannot condone suicide, but
Okay.
I know what the man's going through.
Well, let me hear another one.
Okay. This one comes from John, and he writes, "Look, you pencil-necked geek. If you had 1 ounce of compassion for any of your employees in that frail body of yours, then you would let Chris use the limo next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday."
Good point. Good point.
Well, I'm going to need it probably Saturday, Chris.
But that leaves Thursday and Friday.
Right.
Could you send me a truck or a forklift or something?
How are we doing on picking people up at the airport, by the way?
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're going to be in good shape.
Right. You still have to take off Thursday and Friday?
Yeah, I got a lot to do. I wouldn't do it if I didn't
I
have
even
to.
asked Deirdre about this. You know what she said?
What?
She thought it was nonsense that you would have to do something between 6 and 9 a.m. in the morning on either Thursday or Friday.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's highly suspect that you're questioning my dedication, because really that's what you're doing. You're implying that.
What?
That my dedication is
Am I,
lacking.
Charles?
In a way.
Am I
In a way.
safe in inferring that, Chuck?
You could infer that. I don't know if the inference would be absolutely correct.
Do you need the limo?
I don't need the limo, no.
Okay. Because I could
use it, but
free it up,
you know.
I could work out a reasonable rate.
I'm sorry, what?
He said I could work out a reasonable rate and we could let you use the limo.
and I could leave a reasonable present for you in that limo when you're ready to get back.
It's 24 out there. Do you have any other letters, Ashley? Those are two ugly letters.
I do. I have two more. I have another one that backs up Chris Carlin.
Okay.
And this one is from Lucille. And she writes, Imus, you are so rude that I get sick of listening to you, but I just want to see how rude you can be. You have to have money or Deirdre would not be with you. As far as Chris getting married, you should be happy for them and not criticize everything that is going on in his life. I drive a Nissan and it's not a bad car. At least I'm not chauffeured around like you are.
Yeah.
I doubt if you can even drive. Just go away.
Do we have home addresses for these people? I mean, or just names and
No, but we're going to make sure they have yours.
first names? And I mean, that's. Well, first of all, I think Nissan's a fine car. Don't you have a Nissan, Chris?
I have a Nissan Altima. It's a great car.
Yeah. So, in fact, if we had time, we'd get you a Nissan limo.
At a reasonable rate.
Yes, not a bad deal. Those are ugly letters. So, anybody write letters about you, to you?
There were a few.
Okay, what do they want you to do?
I don't think you can say those things on the air.
Just delete those. Or do we want more letters?
Yes.
Do you have any other letters?
I have one more.
Well, Charles, these are not good. These are three horrible letters.
No, but I
Why wouldn't you
think this is
people have
just-
positive things to write?
I don't think they can find a great deal positive to write about.
Let me hear the last one.
Your brother's nice.
Okay.
The last one comes to us from Jeffrey from Riverdale, and he writes, Dear Imus, what's the deal with the hair? Do you think it makes you look hip and happening? Well, it doesn't. It makes you look stupid. You look like Rose Kennedy in a cowboy hat.
Ashley Alexander here.